Our next round is a brief pause as we play a round called Major Motion Pictures. In this round, I have set each contestant a task to do an adaptation of a comic book of their choice.
Yeah, I was like, what? I shouldn't do this homework.
We've already done this homework. We're good.
So they've all made a movie, which is an adaptation of a comic book. The other two are going to guess what that comic is, and then they're going to answer some questions about that movie and that comic. First up, we have Amy's comic. Good.
Bad.
Nothing's bad. Less good.
What?
Food. Meat. Tree.
Sit.
Sit. Ball.
Tongue. Standing up the fetch.
Dog collar.
Walking down.
Heels?
Sesquipedalian.
Adam and Robin, what comic book do you think that was?
So, I've never read it, but I think it's that Hawkeye issue that everybody loves. Pizza Dog. But what I want is for it to be Demon in a Bottle.
Robin?
The Eisner Award-winning issue of Hawkeye?
I'm going to say yes, but I can't.
We can give them out here.
That's how it works.
You get one, and you get one. Everyone here gets an oyster.
Yeah, that is in fact Pizza Is My Business. Issue 10 of Fraction and Aha's Hawkeye. Can you tell me
That was so good.
5 of the symbols that were attached to Michael or 5 of the symbols that were attached to Amy?
No.
Amy had dog food, ballet, books, love, lipstick, cocktail, cake, and tea. Michael had comics, movies, ball, pizza, donut, and engagement ring. What do you think Michael and Amy were discussing? Lucky could only hear the words that dogs understand. So what were they discussing?
Whether or not the cake for the wedding would have comic characters on it.
That's good.
I'm actually going to give Robin a point because Michael and Amy were actually discussing their wedding. Okay, can we talk about a good bit?
What part of our wedding is a bad bit?
No, nothing's bad. It's just some things are less good.
Okay, like what?
I don't know. Food.
Okay, sure. Good point.
Okay, so let's pick some meats. Let's decide some treats.
Oh, and we can figure out where everyone's going to sit?
They're going to sit in the ballroom.
Don't.
Fine.
So at the beginning, you'll be standing up there in your fetching suit.
Oh, next to the dog collar guy.
Right, and I'll be walking down the aisle.
Yeah, in your heels?
Well, I'm not sure, but just make sure your vows don't get all sesquipedalian, you know? Just your average dog words.
Apart from the murder weapon, What are Lucky's 2 other toys?
The pig
Mm-hmm.
and the newspaper.
Yes, Robin. Point for Robin. Speaking of newspapers, there's a famous newspaper headline from the Fraction Aha run of Hawkeye. What is that headline?
Everything awful. Oh God, someone please help us.
Oh wow!
I think that's pretty good. You can
Well
get
done.
one.
Yeah.
It's because I've had to use it so often.
You are on point. That's the end. That's all the questions about Amy's video, which means we move on to Robin's comic. So
I know
guys,
to pay attention.
Yeah, now I know.
Amy's got a pen and paper out. Yeah, pay attention
Just
to
forget what it
this.
was.
Yeah.
I think you'll be able to guess what it is.
London, a city that's instantly recognizable. Citizens blink in shock at their thermostats. The displays blink back, flashing figures Londoners never expect to see. It's a heatwave in London, at least 18 degrees. The city isn't built to last this torment. It's the kind of heat that warps the tube tracks of your life. A heat that makes every bead of sweat feel like the sting of an irate bumblebee you borrowed a book from but failed to return. The years of angst-fueled tears and banker vomit absorbed into the pavement find their ghosts evaporating into the air and lingering as a dense smell. The smells of London beat us around the head. But in Acton, one has already been beaten.
What do you think you're doing? Just gonna give up? Lie there in the dirt and die? In your bed? Where there's dirt? In a bed? It's not even a good place to die. Got work to do. Pick yourself up. With your hands. Grab your feet. Do a ninja kick. 'Cause something's coming. There's always a war. This time it's with the dirt. We got company. Gotta clean your room. 'Cause I'm your adopted daddy.
That's incredible.
That's
That
amazing.
is so good.
That was a really good recreation of what. You might be surprised to know that every shot in that film was done in one take. Show.
I'd like to guess, please.
Okay.
Is it that Daredevil Heatwave run or issue? I don't know if it's just supposed to be an issue where he gets beaten up by a Hoover, where he fights a Hoover.
I think Adam might be able to tell us exactly what it is.
Yeah, I want to say it's Robin's best David Byrne dancing with the lampshade.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
not making sense. But it's the Daredevil fights a vacuum cleaner during the Inferno heat wave by Innocenti and Ramita.
That's exactly what it is. There's Daredevil fighting the vacuum cleaner.
Oh my god.
Could either of you guys tell me 3 objects that Robin got hit with?
A dustbin lid.
I'm going to say a lampshade,
Mm-hmm.
socks,
Mm-hmm.
a fist. Does that count?
I wasn't going to count the fist, but
A Hoover?
I'll let you have it. There was also a skateboard.
Yes, of course. Very
done.
hard as well.
Well done. In Inferno, a long-standing Marvel character tries to emulate Daredevil by intimidating people in a bar. Who is this character?
Johnny Storm.
Okay, let's let Amy have a guess. Well done. You answered a question about your favourite comic.
I mean, what are we here for?
It is Johnny Storm. What does his t-shirt say? Wait. And I'm going to ask for front and back.
Oh god.
I can't remember, but it's something. What can I answer?
You can answer.
Something like bad to the bone or too bad or something like that.
Amy, want to guess?
You'd have to be blind not to want this.
Johnny Storm walks into the bar to be a tough dude. He looks like this. His t-shirt says "bad," and on the back, real bad.
With one sleeve rolled up,
And
but
a
the other
chain.
one not rolled up.
It's fantastic. It's like genuinely fantastic. What was Michael's character's name?
Mop. I mean, whatever it is supposed to know, stick, I know.
Actually, the correct answer is Mop. Stick's got a stick, and I had a mop, so my character name was Mop.
That was the joke!
That was the joke. I'm now annoyed that you get answers right purely by knowing what my bad jokes are going to be.
Look, there has to be some benefit of actually living with you, so...
And we're going to move on to Adam's comic, which people might be able to recognise. Have you got it already? Hello? Who are you?
Adam, you can't tell?
You're in a mask.
Oh, yeah.
Did Amy let you in? I really hope Amy let you in. Amy! Adam's here, and I think he's broken.
Beans?
No, I'm good.
Shame. Good beans.
Sure. Did you break into my flat?
Wanted beans.
Okay. In a mask?
Don't like the smell of beans.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Did you need me to heat those up for you?
Fine like this.
Cool. Okay. How about I go get myself some person food and then I can join you? What did you do with my food?
Fixed it.
Get out! Yeah, £2 delivery's fine. 20 minutes? Thank you. Coming!
Beans?
I'm gonna have a scrub. A scrub is how I get my body clean.
Clean beans? Bed beans?
Fine.
Ugh, not in bed. That's proper weird.
What video do you think that was a very accurate adaptation of? What comic do you think that video was a very accurate adaptation of? Amy, you go first, because Robin will definitely get this. And I think you might not.
Mr. Bean Goes Dark?
No. Robin.
Watchmen #1.
It is Watchmen issue 1. Amy would not know that because she has not read Watchmen. Can you name 3 of the things added to Michael's Netflix list?
Mr. Bean's Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Bean, the Ultimate Disaster Movie.
Mm-hmm. It would have been Sharp, starring Sean Bean. Michael's shower song, which he made up when doing that take, is a parody of what song?
No Scrubs by TLC.
Well done. Well done.
I know that, because it's not about comics.
What song is quoted at the end of this chapter of Watchmen?
Oh, Times Are Changing by Bob Dylan.
It's your one. You don't get to answer.
Oh. It's not that then, no.
It's Desolation Row.
Oh.
Final question. Is the Watchmen sequel, Doomsday Clock, published by Doomsday Clock Comics? Is it a good comic book?
Good morally, maybe not.
I
but
think if people want to hear our full views, they should listen to episode 248 of the
Yeah,
Orbital Pod.
The answer is it's impossible to tell.
Yes.
that's fair.
If I have been keeping count properly, which is unlikely. In third place, with 19 points, we have Bret the Hitman Hart. With 22 points, Amy Garvey. And with 24 points is Robin Harmon. And that ends this episode of the Orbiting Pod, which is a game show that happens every episode. Join us back for episode 251, where I'm sure we'll be playing this again. If you have any emails for any reason, I can't see why you'd have to email us about this. Nothing weird happened whatsoever. You can email us at podcast@orbitalcomics.com. You can find out information about the store at orbitalcomics.com or .co.uk. Or you can contact us on all the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, where we are at Orbiting Pod. Please review us on Apple Podcasts or your podcast feed of choice, because not everything comes from Apple these days. However, don't necessarily base your review on the events that transpired today, unless you had a very good time, in which case I recommend giving us 5 stars. I will feast on them. Each of us have our own Twitter handles as well. You can find Robin Harmon at
RJ Harmon.
Amy Garvey at
Lamey Garbage.
and Adam Sharif at
TH Sheridan.
and I'm at Meckett. That's been our show, I guess. See you soon.
Woo!